So I'm going to show you how to access the engine bay on a 981 Boxster. First thing to do is put the seat forward. Now I need to pop off the speaker grills. Just use something not too sharp to pry it off. Pop off the end and then just pull out the side. The top needs to be positioned 4 inches from the front of the windshield in order to release the convertible top. So turn on the ignition. And lower the top accordingly. You want to get 4 inches, so I'm going to keep moving it till I get the right spot. Okay, once you get 4 inches or 100 millimeters, you can go on the back and release the cables holding the convertible top. The easiest way to access the convertible top release is to put the seats forward, climb in, face the driver's seat, and put your left arm between these two headrests, and then you can reach back to this side and then forward to this side to release the cables. So these are kind of hard to find. As you can see, it's a little bit hard to reach and see back here, but if you position yourself correctly, use your right hand to go to the left side, you can reach it. It's the clip at the end of this steel cable. Once you get your hands on it, it's actually really easy to unclip. Now do the driver's side using your left arm to unclip. Once you release the cables, you're going to want to move the top back. So currently it's at 100 millimeters. You're going to want to put it at 470 or 18.5 inches. Okay, so once we do that, we get this at 18.5 inches or 470 millimeters. So then you're going to want to put up the rear trunk in order to access the back glass. So now we should be able to reach back, and with the trunk open, it has clearance. It's tight, but it'll work. Then you have to access this strap here. You're going to want one of these tools to remove the clips. One here. Second one over here. So you gotta go to the passenger side to remove the other clip. And as you can see, it stays connected to the strap. So back over to the other side, we can grab the strap, which is going to hold up the back glass. As you can see, this hooks over the front of the top, just like this, and then we can let go, and that holds up the back glass. Next step is to remove the top part of the carpet. So you have to get the carpet over this tab. I use a spring puller to grab it. Same for both sides. Then you can just grab the carpet and pull it out. So to access the engine, we don't have to remove the carpet completely. We just need access right here to reach a couple of bolts. Next step is to remove the carpet. This step's fairly easy. As you can see, I've already got it started, and it comes out with no effort. Next up, we remove a foam piece. Then we need to remove the sound dampening material. So it's not quite in as tight as the carpet. It's pretty easy to do. Just start at the back, break it loose. Here as well. Do the same on both sides. Comes out pretty easy. So next up are these 12 Torx bolts. These are T30. You can see I'm just using a small quarter drive ratchet with a T30 Torx. So the reason we had to remove the carpet was so we could access these bolts right here. Without doing that, there's not enough room to get the ratchet on. These back Torx screws are actually easiest to access from inside the car. Just pull the carpet back and they're easy. Again, easy to get out with your fingers. So just work your way around and do all 12. They're not very tight once you break them loose, so it's pretty easy. Once all the bolts are removed, then you can remove the cover, lift up. You want to make sure this is over the top on both sides. That'll allow you to push it back as far as you can towards the glass. Lift up and you can easily clear it. And now we have access to the engine. Installation is the reverse. So here's a better view of the convertible top cable. You can see this is the part that snaps in place. And it goes on here. So got the engine cover back in. Again, access these front two from here. Next step is to install the sound dampening material. Just slide it in. Put the front in first. So this part's pretty simple. Just make sure all your seams are lined up. Make sure everything here is aligned. And then this piece, you can see it covers up some of the harness. Just make sure it's pushed down in place. So next is the foam piece. Easiest way to do the foam piece is make sure you're started on the edge, because you can't really center it once it gets pushed back. And then you can work your way down. you can see how it fits. Once you put the carpet in, it'll kind of push it all the way into place. So the carpet's probably the most difficult part of putting it back together. So you can see I started under the glass. Just gonna push the rest of it in. The trunk open to give you more room. So just kind of work it in. So now I've kind of pulled the front of the carpet back out, and you can kind of see the profile of the carpet and how it's going to have to align with the car. So start by making sure this is tucked in under this clip. Tucking in this carpet. Start with the back. You can use whatever tools you need because it's not going to scratch anything because it's pretty soft, so I'm using a pick as needed. Make sure you get the carpet tucked behind this triangle. And then these tabs here. And also you have this piece that goes to the slot. If you need to, you can use this and pull down. Sometimes it doesn't want to stay, but do your best. Once we get this tucked in, these pieces aligned in the back section tucked in as well. I got the front underneath, but it's not fully in place. We're gonna put the top down so we can reach it better from the inside. So first step, remove this. All right, that's gonna allow you to drop the back glass. Put the strap over here and go to the other side. So just put these pins back in. Okay, and you can let that down. Make sure the trunk's open and just kind of lightly push it. Go to both sides, make sure nothing's stuck. So sometimes it gets stuck on the weather stripping, so you can kind of get something to release it. Gotta go to both sides. Then it drops in place. Put the top back to 4 inches or 100 millimeters. Then we're gonna clip the cables back on the top. So we're leaving the carpet exposed because we're gonna need to peel that back in a minute. So come in the car from this direction, facing the driver's side. You can put your left arm through this hole. So you pretty much gotta go by feel. But it snaps right in. On the passenger side, use your right arm. Do the same for both sides. Left arm for the driver's side. So you can see the carpet is not all the way in, but now at least we can reach it. We're trying to get it up underneath here. So now I'll put the top about this far up. And that allows me to easily get to the back and start to work this in. From what I can tell, it just sits under the edge like this. It doesn't actually snap in place. Next, we want to put the carpet back in. It's pretty simple. Just tuck everything underneath. Start with the sides, then work your way towards the middle. It's the easiest. So pop these on when you use the spring puller. Makes it a lot easier. And lastly, snap on the grill cover. Slide these in. Align everything. Just give it pop it in. You're done. Here's the finished product. Everything back, aligned.